Today we're going to do something a bit different. We're going to talk about the platforms on social media that have come and gone away. We're going to talk about Vine, we're going to talk about Byte, and all of the other things you've seen come and go over the last 10 or so years. It's going to be a journey. We're going to look back on all those different moments, and we're going to use some of our amazing goats in the team to talk you through their memories and their thoughts on those platforms and why they're no longer around.
So Byte was made by the creators of Vine. It was hyped as the resurgence of Vine because it was by the original creators. It's much simpler interface than TikTok. It was very much like the original Vine. And what they did is they onboarded the beta testers were mostly old Vine stars. When it launched, the first few days was really fun. They had that real Vine energy. They didn't do enough to keep people coming back and to secure the talent. TikTok has been booming for 2 years now. So what happened at the beginning of lockdown, TikTok just put its foot to the gas again and also had a huge organic uplift. And I think they just got crushed.
Can platforms like this sort of die a quick death and then come back, or is it sort of back to the drawing board?
Yeah, app certainly can. House Party was big maybe 4 years ago, and then it completely died out, just kind of trundling along, not very many users. Things can have a resurgence, they just got to get it right, It can take an app years to take off, but when they get it right, there's no reason why it can't.
Another one bites the dust, you might say.
I just started secondary school, and then bang, there it was, MySpace. So it launched in 2003. In 2009, already Facebook had more users. 2005, it's bought up by News UK, or News Corporation, should I say, and then it got taken away because by old school media. That was the first thing that old school media used to do when they saw something new. They was like, oh, we're buying that, and we think that's good, and then they try to control it, and it's like, you don't have a clue what you're doing.
MySpace is one of the few apps where it really focused on the user's personalisation and the things they liked rather than the platform as itself. As we progressed and got more social media platforms, we stepped away from the user's personalisation and focused more on a sleek interface, which is arguably quite boring.
And when I look back at how individual you could make your MySpace page, it was like everyone's sort of personal web page. It's different to Facebook in the sense you could customise all the backgrounds, you could customise whether you had a song. I had Tribute, Tenacious D, I'll never forget that. I had the entire album.
And no MySpace profile was complete without a picnic edit. Oversaturated, HDR filters, song lyrics, music notes and emojis. Who needs Photoshop?
In 2015, there were still over 50 million unique monthly visitors to MySpace. Who's going there?
So my favourite app from back in the day was definitely Pixo, which was huge at my school, and at the height of its popularity it had 10 million users visiting Pixo every month.
Pixo, that was probably my first form of social media when I was in year 6. Everyone at school had a Pixo website. I think my name was nevarb.pixo.com.
I remember one of the best staples of the website was glitter graphics. So you could have your name glittering at the top, you could have things on fire, you could have luminous text, you could have sort of spinning images. It was crazy. It certainly wasn't sleek and curated like the social pages that we have now. As a sort of 12, 13-year-old, it was the best thing ever.
One of the old school social media platforms that I remember using when I was younger was Bebo. It was between Bebo and MySpace, which were the huge players. And it was just a way in which we could communicate with all of each other when we came home from school. One of the features that really stands out in my memory was the share the love feature. Probably one of the earliest forms of how to react, like the like button you have on Instagram. It's like an early form of that, of showing your emotions or appreciation to somebody else on the platform. You could send up to, I think, 2 loves a day to your friends, and that would appear as a count or a score on the main profile of your account. It was basically a social scoring metric. You would show how popular you were, I guess.
Vine was just huge. It kind of changed the game in terms of how people created content, or how people thought about content. Because it was 6 seconds, people got so creative, and it sparked a lot of the different big creators that we know today on other platforms. So if you look at Logan Paul, Jake Paul, and loads of others who've got right to the top of the general social media game, it's because of Vine and how much it forced people to be creative at the start. Vine was owned by Twitter, and despite its kind of outward-facing look that it was doing very well, it's unbelievably difficult to monetize 6-second videos. The reason it works on long form, you're watching a 20-second ad to watch a 10-minute video, and that ratio just doesn't add up when it's a 6-second piece of content at the end of it. It never really had the monetization model. It was great for Twitter's virality.
Would you want to see it back?
I love the creativity, but we are seeing, I think the 15 seconds that TikTok allows you to create, I love the move into the sounds, the music, and that inspiration I think is a great move. So yeah, I don't think we need Vine back, but I think the creativity that it produced lives on.
I would like to see the return of Pixo very badly. I want my name back up in glitter type immediately.